Culture Days created the annual awards for a very specific reason, and that was to celebrate those individuals in their communities who were demonstrating unique and interesting ways of inviting people to engage in the arts.
A good leader is a person who lets the people that they're working with do what they need to do.
We describe Culture Days as a pan-Canadian event that includes a grassroots movement, including everyone from across the country on a particular weekend where we can all come together to celebrate the arts and culture, and where we can actually give ourselves that opportunity to peek in behind the doors of really interesting activities that are happening in our communities.
When we became involved with Culture Days in Saskatchewan, and Sask Culture took the lead on that, it was because we had just been thinking as an organization we needed to do more to engage the general public in understanding the value of culture to society.
The culmination of Culture Days, the 2014, it created such a sense of combined community that the Suktum Scaly West Kelowna Arts Council, now known as SWAC, was formed from that. And the word Suktum Scaly is really an important word because it is a Syilx word meaning Indigenous and non-Indigenous working together, and that's exactly what the point was.
We've been incredibly impressed at the energy and enthusiasm and commitment that Culture Days has engendered from people right across the country. We had the idea that people would want to celebrate culture in their own communities in a variety of different ways, and we just wanted to provide them with a platform in which to share their stories, share their ideas, and share their approach to their own culture.
Being in the interior of the Okanagan, we're often overshadowed by the coastal First Nations and their art representative and their strong cultural being, and that's not to knock them by any means. They've done really well and we want to celebrate that, but it becomes our identity, which is not our true identity, and that takes place with our children too. They grow up seeing that, and so that's what they replicate. So this was a way to really showcase our artists as Okanagan artists, but also break down those political barriers and those cultural barriers between the District of West Kelowna and Westbank First Nation.
The way that I created such a large number of events in such a short time was through the event holders themselves. They would tell of their event to another person. That person would tell another person. Went on and on down the line. And people became interested when they realized just how easy it is to put on an event.
On Culture Days weekend, we had a project to build a sod house. Our project involved all of the grade 3 and 4 students in the city coming over a period of 2 days to build a sod house. Most memorable thing for me was the pride that the kids had in building this creation. Even though some of the jobs were very difficult, they didn't want help. They wanted to do it themselves and be part of this project.
So the City of Brampton decided to invest in the Culture Days program because it was a great template of an already existing and successful program. We were able to use a national marketing campaign and integrate it into our own community in a way that was meaningful to our artists and cultural organizations. Once we were able to get all the organizations on side, that's when we were able to market to the community as a whole. And as a result, we saw 6,000 people come out for our Culture Days activities, which was a tremendous increase from 2013.
After doing a gorgeous project in 2013 with Arts Milton, we in 2014 were very enthusiastic to participate in the next project, the vision that Arts Milton had for a mosaic. So when we were approached by them, I saw it as a great opportunity for my Team Depot associate and myself as a Team Depot captain to engage the community and do something pretty in the city.
And Home Depot wants to give that check to Arts Milton.
Right now I have 67 events that are up and running on the web. I have on my work table, I have at least another dozen that are in the process of being put together. There is no limit to how many people can take part in Culture Days.
More importantly, I think what we're seeing is that the national movement is including anyone who has any kind of pride and interest in becoming part of this celebration of the arts in our country.